Welcome to activity number 1. So first today we're going to think about what sports day is. Have you ever had a sports day? Perhaps you had a sports day last year when you were in nursery or in preschool, or perhaps this year you were looking forward to your first ever sports day at nursery or in reception. Well, this year unfortunately a lot of sports days have had to be cancelled, or perhaps we've had to rethink how we're doing them. Some of you might be doing your sports day from home this year. And some of you might want to think about putting on your own little sports day, which is what we're going to think about. So last year, my little girl, who's in reception, she had her first sports day when she was in nursery. And this is a picture of her here. So that was her at her sports day. She just finished and she got a medal because she did so well in all of her races. So I'm wondering how many races or activities or games you know about that we can have at sports day. Have a little chat to your family and I'll see you in a minute. How did you do? Did you manage to think of one game or activity? Or 2 or 3? Or maybe you thought of even more? Well, when my little girl did her sports day last year, she loved the running race, which is where you start at the beginning and you have to run as fast as you can all the way to the finish line. You have to try and see who's the fastest of all of your friends. And that was the race that she loved the most last year. She also took part in a sack race. A sack race is where you put your legs inside a sack or a bag and you have to jump, jump, jump as fast as you can from the start all the way to the finish line to see who gets there first. That was a lot of fun. She also really enjoyed the egg and spoon race. And this one is where you have a spoon and an egg. It wasn't a real egg for her last year, and she had to balance the egg on the spoon really carefully and get all the way to the finish line the best she could. So in that race it wasn't about being the fastest, it was being the most careful, and that was really fun too. There's lots and lots of other activities that we can do. Here are some of them. We could have a bat and ball race where you have to bounce your ball on the bat or try and keep your ball on the bat all the way to the finish line. That's a bit like egg and spoon race. We can do skipping races where you have to skip all the way to the end without stopping. This one looks like fun. This is a space hopper race. I love space hopper jumping. You have to bounce all the way to the other end. That one looks like great fun. And if you've got a friend or a brother or a sister or even your mummy and your daddy, you might want to try the 3-legged race. This is great. This is where you have to tie your leg and your friend's leg together. So you end up having 1, 2, 3 legs and you have to try and get there as fast as you can. It's not just about being the quickest though, it's about working together as a team. Because if you and your friend don't work together, then you might fall over or you might get stuck or you might get in a tangle. So that's all about teamwork. There's lots of other things we can do too. Some of them are all about just having a lot of fun and lots of laughs. This is the dressing up race. I remember doing this when I was a little girl, and this is where you have to start running and every so often you have to put on a different item of clothing and then get to the end of the race. Lots and lots of fun. So today we're going to be looking at different activities that we can do. We're going to be looking at animals and what amazing animals can do amazing things, and we're also going to be putting on our own sports day, and we're also going to need to make a medal, aren't we, for all of our fantastic sporting achievements. So join me later and we'll get on with that. Bye.